Hello, and welcome to the children's sermon today. I want to ask a question. How many of you have been to McDonald's? I'm sure many of you have. What do you usually order when you go to McDonald's? Do you order a Happy Meal? A lot of young people, a lot of children order Happy Meals. And why do they call it a Happy Meal, do you think? Because it has a toy in it, and toys make us happy. But sometimes those toys that we get in our Happy Meal are not real expensive toys, and they kind of will break easily, or we get tired of them quickly, and they just aren't lasting. They don't bring us true happiness and joy for a very long time. Eating the French fries is fun, and the French fries taste really good, but they don't last for very long either. When you're done with them and a few hours go by, you're hungry again, and they haven't really brought you the happiness and the joy that you thought they would. Well, I want to talk to you today about the Savior's Happy Meal. Did you know that we have a Happy Meal that we eat at church? We do. It's actually called communion. And we, in the Methodist Church, in our church, we take communion once a month. And we have the bread. Here's a piece of bread. And we have the juice. And I've got a little cup of juice here. So the bread that we take during communion, which if you watch the early service today with Pastor Tony, we had communion today during church service. So the bread represents Christ's body, and the juice represents Christ's blood. And these two things are supposed to remind us of when Jesus was hanging on the cross and he died for us and he rose again. The bread represents his body that was broken for us on the cross, and the juice represents his blood that he shed for us. And this kind of Happy Meal can make us joyful no matter what else is going on in the world or in life. I have a little poem that I want to share with you about communion. It's called The Savior's Happy Meal, and it goes like this. This Happy Meal doesn't look like much, and it doesn't come with a toy. It may not fill my stomach, but it fills my heart with joy. The bread and juice remind me of the Savior's love for me when he died upon a rugged cross on a hill called Calvary. There is no way I can describe the gratitude I feel each and every time I eat the Savior's Happy Meal. So with that little poem in mind, I want you to remember when you take the bread that represents Christ's body and you take the juice that represents his blood, that this is the happiest of all meals that there ever was, because it reminds us of what Christ did on the cross for us. He died, he was buried, and he rose again so that we can live with him eternally in heaven. And that is the story of the Savior's Happy Meal. Much better than the Happy Meal we get that just has a toy in it. So please remember this the next time you have communion. Thank you for being with me today.